काय तर आवाजच येऊन दे तुझे.
No. So, so everybody says that bosses are always detrimental to your growth. Not all the time. So let us today discuss 8 ways how you can make your bosses instrumental for your growth. And this is Sangeeta, a leadership growth mentor, and I help mid career professionals to get unstuck and feel fulfilled. This is one of the tricks that I'm going to share with you. Maybe, and most of the time, it is common knowledge that people are wary of their bosses, which is why they think they are not able to progress, they are not able to uh, get headway in their careers, and they are not able to grow also. So grow is the first thing that you should be striving for, after which you can ask for your growth, right? Ask for your promotion, incentive, recognition, opportunity, reward, so on and so forth. So the first thing is growth, regular growth. And if even if it is a very very toxic environment, then also if you are so focused on your growth only, then also you can win over hearts. Everybody will uh, kind of appreciate you, including your boss. So let us get deeper into the ways that you can do so. The first thing is apply whatever knowledge you know and develop a learning management system. That can be a simple Excel sheet. What I had done some time back was an Excel sheet with the amount of time I spent in various activities. One is admin, the other is research, the other is self growth, the other is project management. Like whatever is there in your KPI, you can put all of them in the left side of your Excel sheet. And towards the right side, the amount of time required in a day. So put yourself, like say if you are in a leadership position, then 80% of your time should go to strategy and planning. So that is what you should assign, like research work, project management, and all those things. Within project management, again, there can be subcategories, subheads, and all of them together. Strategy and planning should be 80% of that. And other things like admins and self growth within office time, whatever you are having, that can be 20% of your time. So that is the learning management system that you will develop. And like so regularly update that. Periodically, what you can do is you can ask your boss to take a look at that. And if you are spending more time in admin and routine work, then that is a point of concern. You have to voice that to your boss. So that is when he appreciates that you are very very particular about the way you are spending time. So that is the first thing that you have to do, right? And all of this, whatever tricks I am suggesting, in all of this you are the person who is proactive, not keeping anything to chance or to the proactiveness of a other person. So it is only you who can take the action and can reap the result. The second thing is ask for review right now. If there is something happens and you think that the work is completed and it is done, then immediately take a review of your boss, because this is the time all the things are fresh in your mind and you remember why you did what, right? Rather than waiting for the annual review, that is most bosses do, and that is a very good opportunity for them to put a blame on you, which you don't even remember how to explain. You don't remember. And performance assessment time is not the time when you explain things. There is a time when assessment is done and people will tell you, and you have very little time to explain. And That should not be another area where you are aggrieved, right? So don't give a chance to that. Instead, put the review then and there. Of course, many of them you can't control your boss if he still remembers something negative and gives a negative comment. That is beyond your control. So don't bother about that. Anyways, you have the immediate and instant review then and there, right? Because you are taking subsequent actions also on that. So if there is a negative review, then there is a chance that you can revive according to his style. So many bosses have different styles, very very different than the way you operate. But again, there has to be some synergy, right? Otherwise you cannot work as a team. So that you need to take care. The third thing is, do your job well and over deliver. Whatever is expected of you, always do more than what is assigned to you. So that means you have to think and do more, so that when the assignment and the comparison happens, you have more than 100% delivered, right? The quality of work, of course, is a different matter, which you can always discuss. So while over delivering, you should be very careful that you are not compromising on the quality of the work. The fourth is, again, it is adding additional KPIs to your portfolio. So when you are over delivering what is not assigned, still you are adding value to your portfolio. That means additional KPIs. Be sure that those KPIs are well defined within your file, in that learning management system that you have developed. Please assign those KPIs as well. And what what those KPIs will be? Frequently and more often, it is about training the people, like say, so that you are not the only resource who knows what you are doing. The other person should also learn about the way you are doing. That will relieve you of many routine work, and also in the process you will train people. And of course, your core areas cannot be duplicated, but again, there are many routine works which your second level, second rank, and your juniors might love to learn, so that they reach your level. Someday you will outgrow your own level right now, whatever level you are. So, and if you are moving on, then there should be people who should be taking over your place, right? So that is the next thing. Skill up yourself to help everybody grow. So when you are taking over more KPIs within your capability at present, then that is fine. But most of the time, what happens is you require more skill sets. So if it is possible within your resources, within your means, then you should always invest in those kind of learnings. You have to be a consistent learner, and it has to be a learning point from your end always. So that is one image you have to develop about yourself. And if there is no, like say, it is beyond your means, then that has to be a conversation with your boss, that this is where you need some investment. And be careful about the company's budget, where whether they have this kind of budget to train an employee or not. Because most of the companies, they sign, if it is a very big amount, they sign some kind of bond, um, because you have to then serve the company for 2 to 3 to 4 years, depending upon the amount they have invested. That means you have to decide whether you want to spend that kind of time within the company or not. It has to be a question of integrity on your part, and that should be so that should be apparent, very very apparent to others also. Because You have been trained to serve the company, not to increase your skill set, right? So it is obvious that that kind of expectation comes from the company, but it is within your integrity and your value system also that you serve the company well enough. Then always go with some kind of suggestion to the boss rather than with some kind of demand. No boss likes a demand because he or she might not have any resource to fulfill your demand, but the work needs to get done, right? So in that case, it is when you identify a problem, also think of the solution that you can have. And out of those 10 solutions that you have in mind, of course, it will also be okay if you have two or three solutions or just one solution. Go with that solution to your boss rather than with a demo. So that helps the boss to think over and give you support. Next is, and the eighth is, there has to be a regular conversation whenever you are expecting a growth, expecting some kind of opportunity, reward, recognition, or responsibility. It cannot be just one time conversation. You just go and tell the boss that you need this. That doesn't work that way. So you have to have frequent conversation around your work and your aspiration, so that the boss also comes to know how you are thinking and what all you will be doing and what all you like to do. So when there is a similar kind of opportunity, he will assign the job, or you can put a demand out there. Taking some assignment, some extra work for yourself is not a demand. It is part of your responsibility. That is what all the organizations say. So take advantage of those kind of situation. Some when you take some benefit for yourself, then there has to be some suggestion. When you are giving your company something, then that is the demand you can do, that you can take more work, right? So what happens as a result? You are a proactive person, that image is built. And the second thing is, one day you will surpass everybody's expectation, including your boss. Maybe you also become a replacement for him, maybe in another organization. So be careful and good luck with that. No matter how what kind of boss you got. Like see, other day we were discussing about the type of bosses that we have. 8 kinds of bosses. Despite any kind of boss that you have got, these are the solutions each boss will like to have in you, in an employee, with a colleague. So take advantage of that. And if you like this video, then just comment below the video what are your takeaways. And thank you for watching.
Subscribe to my channel.